Thanks for joining me again. In this video, I want to discuss common questions for appeal. We get a lot of clients asking these questions, so I quickly want to address them. One common question we get is, where will my appeal hearing be held? Basically, your appeal hearing will be held at the IRB, which stands for the Immigration and Refugee Board. And an IRB representative from the tribunal will be there, which includes your representative, any witnesses, and so forth. The other question we get is, who will decide my appeal? The question to this is the member of the Immigration Appeal Division, also stands as the IAD. Who will be at my appeal hearing? Again, under the appeal, you can bring witnesses, obviously yourself, there's the IAD member, there is also your representative, etc. These are the four main individuals that are going to be at your appeal hearing. A lot of people ask this question, can I provide any additional documentation to the hearing? And the answer is absolutely. Please provide anything in regards to that will support your case. Any documentation to prove, let's say it's a spousal sponsorship appeal hearing, the genuineness of the relationship, or whatever it was for the reason of refusal. So you want to provide ample documentation to rebut that and say, this is what we're arguing. So look at what the officer had refused your application under and on, and then from there provide additional documentation to support your arguments. And again, if you have a representative, they should be able to assist you with what documents and how the presentation needs to be made. Make sure that the IAD receives the documentation that you will be presenting in court 20 days before the actual hearing. So you don't want to walk in with it without giving the other side an opportunity to review your documentation. So 20 days before the actual hearing date is the deadline. Also, as I mentioned, the common question is, can I bring witnesses? And the answer is yes. You can definitely bring witnesses. Make sure, again, in that additional documentation, you want to make mention of people that you will be bringing as witnesses, what their backgrounds are, what kind of submissions they will be making. Also, if the individual's not in Canada and you would like some evidence put into the system with regards to individuals that are outside of Canada, you can make this request as well, and the courts will try to accommodate that via telecom and so forth. The last question that I will address here that we get is what will happen at the hearing. Essentially, there's three things to look at. You will be able to testify, basically tell your side of the story and why this application should be approved. Give examples to the documentation that you've presented. Then after you, the witnesses will be able to testify, so you can bring as many witnesses as you'd like, but keep in mind time and schedule and so forth. So speak to the rep as to what's appropriate, to what strengths the witnesses will provide, things like this. So do keep it to the minimum, but make sure that you make those arguments, and you can definitely bring witnesses. So after you, the witnesses will testify and give their testimony. And the last is arguments will be made on both sides of the your representative and the other side will both make arguments about why they feel the application should be approved or why the opponent believes that the application should not be approved. So it'll give that opportunity as well. And that's really the main questions. Now, after the hearing, usually within 90 days, a decision will be rendered, so you don't have to wait for too long. I hope that addresses some common questions about appeal. If you have any further questions or you need some further clarification based on what I've said here, please do give us a call, or you can also email us. Thanks so much, and until next time.